Welcome to Grady's Sports Source, your exclusive broadcast coverage of Region 8 play in the Athens area. Sports is just a recreational activity for an average college student like myself, but some students go to college just for this very thing and feel they should reap the benefits. 1 point, but it was the point that cost Cedar Shoals boys basketball team a shot at the state title last year.
Damian, at this point in the season, who's in and who's out?
Well, that's yet to be determined, but I have some help from Min Win and Celia Palermo. Now, we know Prince Avenue Christian, they've been on a tear in single A, undefeated. You may have heard the phrase, new year, new me. At least that's where the men's basketball team is right now. Despite being only 500 on the season, they were having fun. Coach Tully was energetic. The local woman was stating that Isaiah McKenzie, UGA wide receiver, said he was going to call some friends and they were going to come out and he was going to kill her. Resin says Miami fans are looking forward to compete nationally with Rick as their coach. One player came back, and apologized to Coach Tully because he felt he didn't work hard enough for Coach Tully, while Coach Tully was putting all his effort into every student and player that he coached.
Way high. Go again, let's go.
North Oconee High School has been around for only 12 years.
Fullback, that's a nice job.
And Terry Tully has been on the coaching staff since the beginning.
I was assistant head coach the first two. I've been a head coach for the last 10.
North Oconee High School squares off against North Hall Friday night.
They're kind of looking for a little bit of revenge at us from last year.
When North Oconee won 42-6, the Trojans enter with a 2-2 record and have 40 players less than they did a season ago.
We hold this thing together with duct tape and baling wire and hope nobody gets hurt each week.
In addition to coaching, Tully teaches at the school. He enjoys teaching, but not as much as he enjoys coaching football.
I teach to afford me the opportunity to coach football. When that goes away, then I'm probably going to.
Tully cares about his players with the same passion he cares about football.
One thing you could never say about Coach Tully was that he let his kids down. He worked hard for them on and off the field.
Even when his teams weren't so successful, he never stopped caring for the players he coached.
I don't think anybody can say that Coach T didn't care about those kids.
Tully gets older, and his kids are still teenagers, but he coaches for one special reason.
They keep me young, they keep me alive.
Senior guard Jarek Mitchell is looking forward to head back to the Final Four after losing by a point to last year's champion in the semifinals. Mitchell says his team needs some work even though it dominated North Oconee in a scrimmage.
We got to work on our shooting. We ain't knock down shots like we usually do today, but it'll come.
The 5'8" guard made this shot with a simple flick of the wrist. Coach Eldrico Thomas says a win is a win, but his team has 2 days to clean up the mistakes.
We're just going to go look at the film and evaluate and see what's the biggest need, what do we need to work on the most, and just kind of work on those same things, and then just repetition, repetition, repetition.
Mitchell finished the game with 13 points, 4 assists, and a steal here to add to his highlight reel. But it's preseason, and he wants his team to get back to the Final Four.
We saw little sparks today. We got to work some more. We'll see. We'll see.
He's brought great energy, and it's been probably the funnest year of football I've had.
That's the effect first-year head coach Josh Alexander has had on Athens Academy this season. The 8-1 Spartans have one more game before reaching the state playoffs, something Alexander is familiar with. His last school fell just short of a state championship a season ago.
Lost by 4 points to Colquitt County.
When he coached Archer, he moves fast. Every time you look up, his team is running somewhere else. His goals are simple, though.
They never change. There's 3 of them. It's first one being make the state playoffs, second one being be region champs, and the third one play for a state championship and win it.
We're going to go as fast as we can, and what time we get done with this is the time we get it.
Tardy and the Lady Dogs entered atop the individual and team leaderboards with a 2-stroke lead over Northwestern. Northwestern took an early 7-stroke lead, but couldn't hang on. The Wildcats finished with a 3-way tie alongside Georgia and Arizona with 12 under par. The players are finding the open man even though it's the preseason. They're communicating on both offense and defense, fighting their way through screens. The defense is playing with intensity, but offensive players are finishing plays. Missed shot with the tip in here and an and one here. Now, I don't know about you, fam, but I really believe youth football will continue to be all right even though stats are showing that, it's on the decline. I mean, boys, they will be boys, and football is and always will be America's most popular sport.
Okay, you have a point, but I don't think it's up to the kids. I think it's more up to the parents and them not wanting their child to get injured, especially the moms. They're really protective sometimes, and you don't want to injure your son or your daughter and ruin maybe their entire career.
That's fair to say, but you could also say that about any sport. Now, I think dads will still want their sons to become, the next Herschel Walker or even, Aaron Rodgers, because football is king.